By the way, check out the view from my room. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, there's a lot of construction there, but like the mountains in the background and everything, it's so pretty. But anyways, I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna catch an Uber and mile 22, here we go. Hey guys, so I am in Bogota, Colombia, and I am doing a movie that I had no idea was filmed here. I believe it was filmed in 2017. The movie came out last year in 2018. It's called Mile 22, starring Mark Wahlberg, and his character's name, I wrote stuff down because I only saw the movie to try to find filming locations because I couldn't find hardly any addresses online. I only found 2 areas where they filmed, which is where I'm gonna start and then go from there. But other than that, I didn't really watch the movie to watch it. I watched it to pause and see if I could find like buildings and names of streets and stuff like that, which I did find too. His name in the movie is James Silva, and he's basically he's part of the CIA. He has to transport this important asset to another location that is 22 miles away, hence the title of the movie. So anyways, that's really all that I know about the movie. I'm gonna watch it again, but I'm excited. I'm hoping that I can get to as many locations from the movie because I don't really have anything to fall back on. So let's get started. Alright guys, so I just arrived to an area that's called Centro Internacional, which is kind of like their Times Square. I'm gonna have to start walking from that direction and go this way. But this whole street, this whole like area here is where they filmed all the car chase scenes, the explosions, like all like the excuse me. All like the crazy scenes were filmed here. So I can only go by buildings in the background to see exactly where they filmed, but I'm in the area now. It's starting to rain, which sucks. So I may have to take shelter for a little bit, but I'm here, Centro Internacional, where they film Mile 22. All right. So a lot of the scenes during the car chase scenes were done with aerial shots with drones. So when I show you most of these places, it's gonna look differently because I don't have a drone. But for the most part, I'll be able to, if I can find actual buildings, like I'm looking, every time I have some clips of the movies, every time I look, I can see different buildings behind them, so I'll be able to find that. But for the most part, it was all done with drones, like the car chase scene. So like I said, it's gonna look a lot different than me just getting some shots from like a phone and a drone, obviously, right? So a lot of these scenes were done starting like where this white building is, all the way straight down. This road is a long road, but the car chase scenes all took place here, which is really Alright, so I had to buy an umbrella. Dang it. Alright, so I'm getting closer to the areas, but right behind me and this side too, I recognize the buildings, like all these buildings up top, especially the one I'm looking at right now from the top over there. I'm gonna show you guys in a second. But now I recognize like these buildings because all those aerial shots that they took with drones, I paused and try to see if like I could find a name of a building, and the one that's right across from me, I'm gonna show you guys right now, you could see it in the movie. So I am definitely in the spot now. All right, so right here, they actually shot a lot of the movie right here, and that's the building right there that I'm telling you guys about. There's an aerial shot that's taken, and that building Yeah, that building, you see it in the movie. Like, but like all these buildings, I was like, all these buildings look so familiar. Yeah, so all this area they used for filming. Yeah, that's really cool. Recognized another building when I was pausing the movie. I noticed this sign over here that says autos right there. Hold on. So this is another pinpoint that I know. Man, that bus is right in the way. Hold on. Wait till they move out of my way. Right there, that sign right there that says autos. I saw that in the movie, so that's another reason I know that I'm in the right spot. Also, I think that's a church over there, and I also recognize that in the movie. So I'm gonna walk over there too. Check out for a little bit, take shelter, because now the rain's really coming down. But I'm super excited because I found a scene. If I could just get one scene out of this whole movie, I'm happy. But thanks to buildings, I found it. Yay! So thanks to that blue building right there, I know that there's a scene where Mark Wahlberg, you see him coming from here. When it stops raining, I'll show you guys better. But anyways, yeah, thanks to that building, I figured it out. And the graffiti on the other side of this wall too was another pinpoint for me. It's right here when that bomb goes off. This is when that whole scene starts where I was standing. Scene where you see Mark Wahlberg and you see that building in the background, because I was able to tell because of the blue on the bottom there, but the camera is facing this way, and you kind of see one of these guys too in the shot with the umbrellas, but they would have been standing like maybe right here. But the camera first starts this way, then it pans out that way, and right now you can't see, but you'll see those things in the shot. Alright, you'll see that building, that little white building behind you. You saw it? And the camera keeps going. Next shot, you see him hiding behind this thing right here. You see his face. And then in the very next scene, because he kind of goes that way, but you don't see it in the shot. The next shot you see is him walking right through this structure right here. This you kind of see him coming through here, and he starts shooting off this way. And in the background, let me stand over here, because you see him walking this way, and then he shots this way, and you'll see that sign that I was talking about earlier. You'll see that sign in the shot. So yeah, so you'll see him coming from this thing here, from this, and the camera kind of pans out that way, and you get a shot of that auto sign over there. So another scene that's shot right here is that same scene. Is when the character Sam, that's part of their team, dies, and her car kind of like, I think the car would have been like in the middle here, because you see that building in the background. By the way,
Sam is actually Rhonda Rusi. I think I said that right. But anyways, yeah. That car, I think it would have been either there or maybe right around there. But you see these buildings in the background. You see the bad guys throw like a bomb this way, and you see again that sign behind them. So I think that shot was mostly taken from over there. So yeah, that area right there, you saw the bad guys throw like a bomb to like that direction. Again, and I think I was wrong about where she died. I think the car was more, I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell, but I think the car was more, this is so hard. I think the car was more over here because you do see this building in the background. So I think the car was more right there. There was a restaurant that they ate at, which it looks like it was in a neighborhood, but I don't have an address to it. And nobody here seems to know about that movie, so I can't really find that restaurant, unfortunately. But I do know that they filmed in a bakery, which I'm about to head right now. But I'm about to leave now. El Centro Internacional. By the way, look at this graffiti. The graffiti work here is insane. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? Anyways, all right, so I'm about to leave this area and head over to a park where they also shot some scenes. Oh, look at this building. Just out of the movie filmed. Hey guys, so I've arrived at my second and last location for this movie. This is, I'm not sure what area this is. I think it's called Caracas. I think that's what the Uber driver was telling me. But they shot another scene from mile 22 right here. And right behind me, that building right there, they shot right inside of there too. So I'm gonna talk to the employees there and see what they say about that. But yeah, so this whole area, this beautiful church behind me. But yeah, so they shot right here as well. So I'm just gonna show you guys around, and yeah, that's about it. All right, so this is another area where they shot the movie. This gorgeous church. Look at this. Look at this shit. Yeah, so this whole area they shot. But in particularly, I found that bakery in the shot. And Mark Wahlberg and the rest of the crew walk in there and stuff. So there's some shots that were shot inside of there. I'll go ahead and talk to the employees in there and see what they say. But yep, here's another area. Very nice, very nice.
Just one mother, move the package now. Get him in the car now, let's go.
So they actually shot inside of this bakery right here. I'm about to eat right now. It's called San Fermin. And they actually shot inside of here, which is so cool. And like on the outside too. I would have to go out there, but yeah, look how pretty this place is. So pretty. Look at this. Yum. So cool. Oh yeah, I can tell that that's it. Alright guys, I guess that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a little hard because, like I said, I didn't have any addresses. I kind of just went off by video, by the movie. I just kept
looking at it over and over again and looking at buildings behind them and stuff like that. But I did have a little issue at the last location at the bakery. I sat down to eat and I didn't know it was cash only. So when the girl's like, you have to pay before you eat. So I went to go pay and the lady's like, yeah, it's cash only. And thankfully, while I was sitting down, I took like 1 or 2 pictures and a couple, like I took a video, because I'm not entirely sure that they shot in there, because the scene inside of the bakery is insane. Like they destroy the place and there's like a huge fight. So I don't know if that was shot in a studio or inside of that bakery. I really doubt it. But anyways, so I left to try to go get cash and that didn't work out. So I came back and I asked permission this time. I was like, hey, since I wasn't able to eat, can I just take a few more pictures? And the guy's like, in Spanish, he's like, how did he go? Eso es prohibido. Just estaba velando. He's like, he basically told me, I've been watching you and I saw that you were recording and that is prohibited in here. And I was like, dude, calm the F down. So anyways, I ended up leaving and coming back to the hotel. But whatever. The important thing is that I was able to get at least a few locations for the movie. And it was cool and it was fun. It was exciting to do it that way. I've never actually just went off by looking at a video. Usually I have like at least 1 or 2 locations, which I did kinda, but whatever. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will see you guys next time on my next filming location.